Hey, 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 prosperity partners. Can you believe it's our very last lesson? But at least it's not goodbye, especially if you took advantage of the special that I dropped for my Wealth on Fire Academy, because you are going to see and hear from me and one of my team members like every week. So you're good. And of course, if you are a part of my Prosperity Partners email community, which you can definitely join if you grab the workbook, you already earned it if you grab the workbook. But if you took advantage of any of the goodies in the caption below, then you will see me sliding in your inbox at least a few times per month. So you are good as well. So what are we covering today in our Winning the Mindset game with your money class? I mean, we've covered a lot. I actually have a little list over to the side here. We covered so much epic information. So I want to do a recap first, okay? So for lesson number 1, we started by shattering those old limiting beliefs and replacing them with empowering new ones. And in your lesson 1's worksheet, I had you do exercises to really begin laying the foundation for your new empowering limitless money story. And then in lesson 2, we covered different budgeting styles and finding the one that was your perfect match. So it can make managing your money easy by tailoring it to you, which means you'll stick to it. And so for your worksheet, I helped you to actually apply different types of budgeting styles and practical scenarios so you can make sure that you find the one that feels exactly right for you. And then in lesson 3, we dove into the psychology of spending, understanding what really drives our financial choices, our financial decisions, and how we can be more mindful with our choices moving forward. And for the worksheet that I left for you for day 3, it took you through different exercises to identify those triggers, challenge them, and then create strategies so that you can have more conscious spending, because that's the one that's going to light your goals on fire. Day number 4, lesson 4, we talked about the bounce back from setbacks so that you can be stronger and more prepared for a stronger comeback. And your worksheet helped you to develop a personal recovering plan. And I had you identify key resources and networks that were going to support you in your comeback when life starts lifing. And then for lesson 5, we talked about the importance of investing in yourself, your personal growth, the strength of community, and how it can amplify your success. And in the worksheet, one of the main things I wanted to do was encourage you to reflect on your personal growth and then identify further opportunities, okay? Develop those further opportunities through community engagement as well as self-engagement. All right, so each of the lessons that we covered 1 through 5, each of the ones that you completed, the exercises especially, have literally been absolutely essential to making sure that you build that solid financial foundation. But this is just the beginning, because this course wasn't just to teach you about something new, but about unlearning all of the old, ditching the old ways of thinking that's holding you back, that's self-sabotaging you, that's preventing you from stepping into the room. This is from day number 1. Do you remember we spoke about that in lesson 1? In lesson 1, we spoke about that room full of all of our dreams and goals, of things that mean so much to us, that bring us joy, that fulfills us, the things that we want in abundance because they truly warm our hearts and store our soul. Okay, so we have some unlearning to do so you can step into that room with confidence, so that we can taste and experience the good that we are destined for. Okay, and to truly transform, to truly live the lessons we've discussed, it requires ongoing commitment, deeper digging. So please don't stop after this class, okay? Please keep exploring, keep growing, keep working, and keep investing in you. And of course, if you've enrolled in Wealth on Fire, like, we're going to ensure that you do just that. However, if you enroll, you must tap in. What do I mean by that? Well, we have the master classes, we have the live support calls, we have the coaching and accountability sessions, we have the on-demand stuff so they can fit into your schedule. Okay, mindset and finances and more. Tap in, show up, engage, do the work. And even if you haven't enrolled in Wealth on Fire yet, I left the link below. I have other workbooks, other guides, other classes listed for you to plug into as well. And Wealth on Fire, you just get more of it and more support. And the thing is, and it's with this class or anything else I create, you not only want to engage with the material and the things that you're learning, but you want to actively apply. We stress implementation huge in Wealth on Fire. And that leads us to today's lesson, which is creating your money mantras. The words you say to yourself are some of the most powerful conversations you'll ever have, ever. So you want to ensure that those conversations are empowering you and that are pushing you forward and elevating you towards your next level of success. And we're actually going to have a masterclass a little bit later in the year here in Wealth on Fire. So let's dive into what you're going to learn today. You are going to create your own money mantras. I'm not going to give you a full list. These are going to be the ones that apply for you and what you need. And they're going to be powerful and personal pledges that shape your financial decisions and your actions, which is literally what we've been talking about like the entire 6-lesson class. So this just further supports you and helping you to make that permanent mindset shift and essentially get to that financial transformation that you desire. So crushing some goals, okay? And each mantra is like a declaration of your values, keeping you focused, on track, no matter what is going on around you. Nothing's going to distract you. So let's get into how you can make these mantras. Number one, I want you to take a moment to think about everything that you've learned in all the lessons from this class so far. Okay, I want you to ask yourself, what ideas really made you think differently? What made you think differently? Maybe it was changing how you see money, talk about money, finding a budgeting method that fits, understanding why you spend the way you do. Go back and reflect. And then afterwards, ask yourself, what do I want to achieve with my money? That is probably the most important thing that you can do. It can be getting out of debt, saving for a big purchase, like a house, feeling more secure about your finances, that peace of mind. That was big for me. Like, Lord, I just want peace of mind. And then knowing exactly what you want and how that looks is important. Be specific. And now afterwards, you're going to reflect on your financial goals and start writing short phrases that sum it up. Okay? Like, I am fully capable of handling my money responsibly and successfully. I am cash confident. This is another one of my trainings. Cash confident is another one of my trainings. Or every dollar I save is a step towards owning my very own home. So you see how one was specific and one was like visionary, right? The key thing is to make it a part of your everyday life. I want you to put this somewhere where you can see it when you get up, on the fridge, the bathroom mirror, save to your phone, on your steering wheel while you're driving, on the visor, and refer to it when you're making money decisions. And by doing this regularly, your mantra will become like a tool that guides you in your financial life so that you can stay focused and motivated, especially when some of that negativity creeps in, right? When it creeps in, your money mantra will ensure that you stay focused, that you stay committed, and that you build your inner back up so that you can keep crushing it, okay? Because money mantras are what? They're personal. They're those internal power talks that you have with yourself. So you want to use them often and remind yourself to stay focused, driven. Forget what's going on around you. You're here. You're here. So that's what your money mantras are going to be. Okay? Yeah. So now that we've gotten our strong money mantras created, and you're definitely going to work on that in your worksheet today, you want to make sure that you have the support you need to keep going strong. And I mentioned this in the worksheet too. And this is where Wealth on Fire Academy comes in. This is where community comes in, where you're not just learning how to 10x your finances, but you're working on the CEO of your finances and the community that's going to cheer you on as you work towards your money goals, especially if you tap in or plug in, as I mentioned before. So what is so dope about Wealth on Fire? Well, I created to work on your money. I created to work on your goals. I created to work on your mindset. I created to work on the CEO and what you're building as well. I want to help you grow. My team and I are dedicated to make sure that you're mastering your money, elevating your wealth creating mindset, soaring your scores, accelerating your savings, destroying your debt, and more. Regular live lessons, master classes, live support calls, co-working sessions where we're actively doing the work together. One of the ones that are coming up is a lot of people are like, oh, I'm nervous to do the budget. I'm so scared. I'm like, okay, let's come together and let's do it together. So at least you have community around you to crush it. See, I don't just want you to hope for the best with your money and hope that you'll one day accomplish your dreams. No. Forget that. I want you to actively achieve it. So with every class, every workshop, every group training, every group chat, I want you to feel more sure of yourself and in control of your money. I want you to be cash confident and a true wealth creator. So I hope to see you inside so you can start turning these mantras into what? Into real wins. All right, so as we wrap up our series on winning the mindset game with your money, remember that every single step you took in this class was to build a future where you're financially secure. Not just secure, but thriving. And your money mantra is a promise to yourself, and it's a promise to succeed. And you've started this path. You worked hard if you've done all the worksheets, especially. So keep going with that same energy. Same energy, even more. Keep your promises in mind. Keep your goals clear. Keep pushing forward. All right. And for those of you who've enrolled in Wealth on Fire Academy, like, you've got the team supporting you. Like, we're here all the way. So don't even worry about that. From our Telegram community to the live lessons, like, you're good. But others, thank you so much for being a part of this training. I can't wait to see all that you accomplish and to celebrate every victory with you, to see you inside of our next training. So make sure that you're a part of our email community if you're not on Wealth on Fire, so that when we have our next live, when we have our next training, when we have our next challenge, when we have our WEX webinar, you are going to be there. And when I ask, hey, what's going on? What challenges are you experiencing? What's your wins? You give me that feedback so that I know what to bring forth to the table to push you to that next level, to push you to that next level. And this applies for those of you who are in Wealth on Fire as well. We'll have our own conversation. But others, to make sure that you're staying plugged in. All right. So I look forward to your comments. For those of you who are in the private Telegram group, that's for those who grab the workbook. I have enjoyed the message that you've been sending me and some of the aha moments. And I hope that some of you are brave enough to put them in the comments under this video as well. But I'm just loving the new conversations that you're creating, the new belief systems, you even pinpointing and knowing now, being aware and acknowledging that, okay, this fear, this trepidation, and how to move forward, this isn't uplifting me. This isn't taking me to that next level. And now you're actively working on changing that money story. And with today, changing the way that you talk to yourself. I want you to be your biggest cheerleader. Like, I'm going to be there. Okay, no matter what, especially if you're in Wealth on Fire. But I want, in those quiet moments when things aren't really the best, when things are starting to feel a little down, that you have new words and empowering conversations with yourself to pump yourself up. Then when you've prayed, when you've come to the live lessons, when you've done the work and probably tapped into a master class if you're a wealth creator, then in those quiet moments when it's just you and God, that you are sitting there and you're like, you have the exact words that's going to kick you in the butt if need be, that's going to uplift you, that's going to empower you, that's going to say, you got this, and have that calm come over you. So you can pause, analyze, reflect, and then plan to crush it, okay? And I'm always there to help you create a strategy, especially if you're in Wealth on Fire, for resources. Otherwise, if you're a part of my Prosperity Partners email community, and I can't wait to see you in our next training. Thank you so much again for rocking out for these past 6 lessons. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye-bye.